What do you want?
The views and opinions expressed in the following podcast do not necessarily reflect those of the DVM production empire. That's how you know it's good.
You're listening to the DVM production empire. Packed with content, millions of downloads, taking the world by force. Join the empire today at dvmpe.com.
Groovy. It was all so simple back then. 2 cheeseburgers, fries, and a Coke. Now, it's all changed. Gluten, grilled onions, Diet Coke? Who's to blame? The failed policies of Mayor McCheese have gotten us nowhere. We need someone who will stand up to the fat cats. Maybe someone who will bring back the Fry Kids. What the fuck happened to the Fry Kids? We need the Hamburglar.
I'm the Hamburglar. Sure, I did my time and made some mistakes, but I paid my debt to society and I'm here to help. Who needs self-service machines anyway? We need jobs, just like I need the job as mayor. This November, vote no pickles on McCheese. Paid for by the VK Enterprises Super PAC. My name is the Hamburglar, and I approve this message. Robble, robble. No, keep going. Keep going.
What's going on, Empire? This is Stupid Stocking Stupid on the DVM Production Empire. I'm Patrick.
I'm Bear, and we read the stupid, so you don't have to.
Sorry, I got a froggy voice. I apologize. It's kind of like smooth jazz on the nines.
Yeah, if smooth jazz creeped me out.
I know. Well, jazz is creepy.
No, it's not. It's beautiful and dangerous.
It's one of our
wonderful
original art forms. God.
What do you mean, our original art forms?
I mean, America. White
Okay.
people.
Oh. You know, jazz.
American white people.
The whitest form of music ever made. So, it sounds like you didn't really do your homework on jazz.
Oh, okay. There's a segue for you.
This is a segue. A segue from nothing.
A segue. It's French.
So now, you've, with your nephew going to school, has he ever brought home some homework where you're just like, everything about this is wrong? Not like I don't understand it, but it's factually incorrect.
Oh, no. But, like
that new math shit.
Oh, it's terrible.
Yeah.
I had to Google at one point in time how to do something. Well, first of all, there was like a word that I just did not remember. So I was like, what's that fucking word? And then I realized, like, oh, they could have made it way easier. Let alone he's 8.
Nah.
But the one that gets me is
Calligraphy.
Yeah, he's minoring in that. But no, they have these grids.
So it's all lowercase.
They have these grids. So if the grids are like 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, and then 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, the other way. Doesn't matter which way.
So rows as opposed to columns.
And then there's gaps in them. And so they'll do like that's the control, that's the base. That shows you how they're supposed to go. And then they show like an undone graph with like the number 125 in there. And now they're like, okay, fill out the rest of it as to how it's supposed to go. Now, I know how to do that. Because I can look at it and go, oh, that's the thing. But an 8-year-old is like, and then you got to try to explain it to them.
Right.
And they're just not having it because it's not Fortnite. And I'm just like, I don't know what to do. And then sooner or later, I'm just like, put that here, put that here, put that here. You'll learn it sooner or later. Well, I don't want to sit here with you anymore.
I'm glad you brought up grids. Because
grits, like
grid.
Breakfast food.
Are you doing breakfast math?
Yeah, 1 egg plus 2 eggs equals delicious.
I don't know about that.
And then 1 egg plus 2 eggs minus no scramble, send them back.
minus no scramble, so a double negative?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was supposed to be scrambled. It's not. Send them back.
So a primary school head teacher has accused a parent of defamation over in England. You're thinking, what? All this over a grid?
All to be defamed?
Mm-hmm. Because the teacher sent home a homework assignment that was a crossword puzzle. And you're thinking, wow, well, this is interesting. A crossword puzzle for homework. Sounds kind of nice. Here's the problem. Danielle Rowland, who is the parent in question, posted a photo of the crossword puzzle sheet that had all kinds of grammatical and spelling errors, which was handed to her 7-year-old daughter with the caption, "For literacy homework, the mistakes are shocking." So she posted, this is literacy homework, and it's rife with literacy mistakes.
Right.
So she posted about it on Facebook saying, "Oh, look at this. Isn't this crazy? This is the fucking homework they sent home." So the teacher threatened her.
The defamation suit?
Well, they said that the headmaster, Jonathan Williams, he confronted her on the phone and told her that the post was defamatory towards the school and that it breached data protection guidelines. Putting up a picture of a crossword puzzle was breaching data protection guidelines.
Okay, well, great.
The crossword itself was hard to decipher because a lot of places where the answers would fit. Mind you, they were given the answers, so it was answers and a bunch of blank spots with the question. So it's like you had the sentence
right.
with the blank spot for the word or words, and then you just kind of pick and chose from the word bank and filled it out. It wasn't like a New York Times crossword where like, I bet you can't get this, you dumb bitch. It was just to teach them things. So like here's an example question. This is an example part on a 7-year-old's homework. I am lucky enough to have a roof over my head, blank. The children in Indonesia do not.
How many letters?
It's
should be 7. No, it should be 7.
Yeah.
However.
No. Whereas.
Oh, well, fuck you.
Yeah, don't you feel stupid? Although, however, is also a choice. Because that one goes towards, unfortunately, many people did not survive the tsunami, blank, people are still looking. A 7-year-old's homework. We're talking about there's homeless Indonesian people and the tsunamis are killing people.
How many letters?
That was for however.
Oh, that was for however?
Yeah.
Oh, good. Okay. So, by the way, that's what death is.
Yeah, who wants to do a fun game? I do. Okay, it involves
a lot of people aren't going to make it home.
Just a word search, Miss Matthews. It's not that serious.
This is serious. Like, tell your parents, do not put this online. Because I swear to God, I will rain down the thunder.
Is thunder one of the words on it?
Yes, it's 24 down, thunder.
In paradise?
Yes, Thunder in Paradise. Which coincidentally is the name of the novel that I'm writing. And books are available on Amazon.
Don't you know that's already a Hulk Hogan TV show from the 90s? My grandpa made me watch it. It's when a boat transformed into another boat. You
will hear from my lawyer.
I can't believe he sued me. Took my idea. I think it's funny that a headmaster is threatening a parent over posting.
Is it a private school? Do we know?
It's Moorgate Primary Academy in Tamworth.
That sounds maybe like a public school. I mean, it's still not good. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, I don't know. But the fact that the headmaster called her up and told her to take it down because it was defamatory towards the school. It's like, hey, look, we're pointing out how shitty the school is being by, giving this shitty ass homework, and he's like, "No, you take that down. I don't want anyone to realize how bad we are at our jobs."
Right.
You're
Quit pointing out our flaws.
That's essentially what it is. Now, one of the things that probably drives the conversation in schools nowadays is memes. You love a good meme yourself, I'm sure.
Sure.
You got a funny meme you saw lately that you're like, no, that was a good one.
Oh, man, what did I send? I think it was something about... I know it's there. I just got to think about it. We keep going.
Well, you're an obese teenager then.
Oh, shit.
You son of a bitch. Because memes are contributing to teenage obesity, lawmakers say. Or told... Sweden's advertising watchdog... Swedish, there we go. I was saying Sweden's, and I was like, wait, what? So a Swedish advertising watchdog ruled that popular... Oh, sorry, this is referencing something else. This is just going over a few things. So it's talking about how in mid-September the European Parliament passed a new copyright law that some have dubbed a meme ban. Then Sweden's advertising watchdog ruled that the popular distracted boyfriend meme is sexist.
Yeah.
But now...
Oh, you know what? The one that I figured it out. The one that I like the most right now is there's a picture of a woman next to like a Nintendo, a Super Nintendo, a Nintendo 64, like a PlayStation, and like that's just a whole bunch of game consoles, different ones, and underneath it says Nintendo, and then at the bottom it says what my mom has referred to every game console I've ever owned.
So, academics have told British lawmakers that internet memes may be contributing to the UK obesity crisis and is doing harm to teenagers on a significant scale. Significant. Because memes, they carry dangerous health-related messages and make light of unhealthy eating habits.
Like that one dog where he's got the little snarl face, and they make fun of the way he would talk if he was really talking. That dog has a speech impediment.
How dare you? Now you're a fat teenager.
Possibly. Now you're a fat teenager.
They're saying a substantial number of individuals on Twitter share health-related internet memes with both positive and negative messages, noting that many of them contain inappropriate material.
Positive, like a real positive. Like they're all very vaguely sarcastic, so it's kind of like... Give me a positive meme.
Well, the positive ones don't really get shared around that much. Because it's like, oh, look, you're just being nice. Fuck you. So, for example, they gave...
I was having a bad day, and then I got this meme. And it was pretty nice.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, now I'm a fat teenager.
Life was bad before, but then I saw a meme about sunshine and rainbows. Now I'm a fat teenager.
And it's a little worse. But there's sunshine.
For example, they have a picture of an overweight child with the caption, "Free food, count me in," was sent along with the letter as an example of a meme that researchers found dangerous.
That was the Asian kid with the cake.
Maybe. It's just a fat kid. They don't say which fat kid. There are many fat kid memes.
I like the drunk baby. The new one I go through like 3 happy birthday memes.
Yeah.
The one is I was gonna drink anyway, and then the other one's like, go shorty, it's your birthday, and it's picture of sherbet.
Yeah.
But my favorite one is the baby that's drunk, and he goes, and then after 9 months, you know what this bitch does? She kicks me out.
And that baby is now a fat teenager. I hope you're happy. You've ruined it for everyone else.
I am. I'm happy.
You see, these academics, they were also concerned by a meme that created a human-like body from pictures of pizza and hamburgers, with frankfurters used for limbs and a smiley-faced potato for a face.
All of that has feelings.
The body of it was captioned with the word me, M-E, and placed alongside images of 3 well-defined bodies for comparison. So, naturally, when you see a picture of, like, 3... healthy-looking people, and then a picture of a pile of food shit. Like, if you see a picture of Pizza the Hut, like, that's me.
I got in trouble for I've gotten in trouble for 2 memes in my lifetime. The first meme.
Maybe 3.
Maybe 3? What was the third one?
Well, it depends. Is it one of the 2 memes you got in trouble for the one that I posted on your Facebook?
Well, the ones that I've posted,
okay.
not ones that,
You still got in trouble for it.
I did get in trouble. But this meme was, for some reason, like, Kim Kardashian, when she was pregnant, was wearing some, like, tan suit. So someone put up a picture of Danny DeVito as the Penguin.
Yeah.
When he was wearing, like, his long underwear.
Right.
And they looked an awful lot alike and said, who wore it best? I got in trouble with that. She's not fat. She is pregnant. I wasn't saying she was fat.
Yeah, I didn't say Danny DeVito's fat. How dare you?
How dare you? Danny DeVito's a treasure. And then the other one was, and this is kind of my fault. I actually made this one for a little while. I was doing it. It's called Different Memings. And it's the picture of what every woman wants. And there's like someone like is laid out like this little black dress. And it said, put this on, dinner's at 7.
Mm-hmm.
I took that name, I took the dress out, and I put an apron. And it said, put this on, dinner's at 7.
That is way better.
I got in trouble for that. But anyway.
What do you mean you got, who yelled at you for that?
Oh, well,
Just people, comments?
Yeah.
Okay.
The one that got me the most was that one, just the one about Danny DeVito, and I was just like, come on.
Yeah.
I'm not saying she's fat. I'm just saying they look like they shop at the same store. Think a puppet. Superman. Fucking dick. Anyway, go ahead.
Which one?
He was dressed as Superman. The child was dressed as Superman.
I thought it was Finger Puppet.
No, it was not Finger Puppet. I'll put that up every day. Because that is hilarious. That still goes on the computer at the shrine every now and again. Just fun.
I'll put it on the computer at my work, too.
Finger Puppet.
Finger Puppet.
I told him I wanted it on the TV that shows outside. He's like, because I need to put something in there because there's a long gap and we don't have anything right now. I go, put a Finger Puppet.
Basically, I don't remember exactly what the meme was that I posted on your page, but you left your Facebook logged in at work one time. I changed it to something, and it offended someone in your family.
Yep.
So much so that they called your mom.
Yep.
And then your mom called and yelled at you.
Yep. So
arguably, I think the worst time you've ever gotten in trouble from a meme was still my fault.
Yep.
I don't remember which one it was. So, anyway.
I want to say it was the kid in the Superman costume.
Yeah, you don't need to go into it. So, the academics said, the vast majority of sharers display little, if any, emotion when sharing these memes. Because, if you're not, fully invested in sharing a picture of, a pizza cat, then you're a fat teenager who's also
really
depressed.
Enjoy Hitler.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't
just
go
for his
wrong.
beliefs, though.
I mean, as far as socialist cats go.
Yeah. They sent along another picture that said, just wash this chocolate bar with soap, along with a hashtag clean eating. Like, oh, it's problematic because they're washing chocolate with soap and calling it clean eating. They obviously don't understand that broccoli and more vegetables is clean eating.
Oh, you're right. Thank you so much for helping.
You fucking academics, you.
You guys are the best.
Internet memes are generally viewed as entertaining, but they also represent a body of cultural practice that does not account for specific needs and rights of teenagers.
Does not.
Doesn't. Unhealthy lifestyles cost the NHS billions every year.
The National Honor Society?
I don't know. The National... Holy shit.
Society?
It's an NHS... Suggesting that the dangers of inaccurate/inappropriate health messages contained in memes could be a contributing factor. So they're saying people are getting all their facts from memes And that's what's causing the issues. Not the like overabundance of terrible food being made, over-processed food, fast food being cheaper than real food, all that kind of stuff. It's the memes. If somehow people were becoming violent, people are becoming violent because of memes, but
True.
They still would be like, oh,
Antifa.
Yeah, the author suggested that teenagers should scrutinize the underlying themes in the memes they see rather than simply enjoying them. They say, it is worrying that internet meme content produces a predominant sense of happiness regardless of the underlying tone or image used. If internet memes carry political, corporate, or other agendas without priorities tailored to the needs of 13 to 16-year-olds, then they have the potential to do harm on a large scale.
Well, let's take a famous one. Here we have Willy Wonka. It says, "Oh, I disagree with your politics. Tell me how evil I am." The underlying theme is that he's really happy to be wearing a top hat. I don't have a top hat.
Ooh.
That makes me sad.
Well, what do you want to do when you're sad?
I want to eat food.
What kind of food, though?
Foods that are high in cholesterol.
Oh, no.
And carbs.
No, that's the bad kind.
Willy Wonka just made me a fat teenager. He's done it before. He'll do it again.
This November.
This November, vote no on Willy Wonka. He's making our world not scrumdiddlyumptious.
They also noted that memes have the potential to normalize undesirable behaviors, and they often contain inappropriate material or ridicule others by race, gender, ethnicity, sexuality, body shape, religion, and diet.
You go to the Irma God girl, though.
Yeah.
She's fucking asking for it.
Wow. Because she's faced like that?
Yeah.
Maybe she's got resting Irma Gerd face. You don't know.
Her love of Goosebumps.
You don't know her life. And here you are judging her like a fat teenager. Like an English fat teenager.
Oh.
You pompous son of a bitch. Don't.
I still love it. To this day.
Yeah, she does have the perfect face.
Gershbums, Burks, flip-flops. They didn't even try with flip-flops. They could have been flip-flops.
Flurps.
Oh my god, Gershbums.
I'm just saying, you probably shouldn't be judging people based on their bodies just because of memes.
No, I agree. I absolutely agree.
Unless, of course, you are a bit of a crazy lady who decides an act of revenge against her estranged family is a necessity. Yeah, see, this angry woman who was angry with her family at a time and did something drastic as a way of getting even with them. Now, if you're angry with your family and you want to lash out, what's the first thing that you do?
Murder them.
No.
Is that extreme?
No.
Okay. I sue them.
Okay. What you think? Maybe when you're 20 years old,
okay,
you want to do something drastic to yourself.
Oh, it's like color your hair.
Ooh, that's a good rebellious thing.
Shave your head.
Ooh, that'd be weird if you just colored it.
Weird piercing.
Oh, that'd be almost normal.
Oh, what they do?
She removed her belly button.
What?
Yeah.
How do you do that?
Science.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't.
Science.
Yeah, I didn't believe it either. Paulina Casillas Landeros, a 23-year-old from Guadalajara, Mexico. She had a falling out with her family when they disapproved of her way of life. You see, they were unimpressed with her tattoos and extreme body modifications. She had a back corset, where it's like you get a bunch of hooks implanted in your skin, so that way you can run the string or ribbon and it pulls tight like a corset. Yeah, I'm like,
no good. I have problems with some of the. I just think our generation is going to make the weirdest looking old people.
Well, she also has a split tongue.
Even worse.
Like a lizard.
Is that your grandma? Yeah, it's Granny Dragon.
Her back's real saggy. Yeah, I know, but her tits look great.
They always will.
It's like, oh, I've solved aging. Oh, what do? I have hooks everywhere in my body and 13 feet of yarn holding me together.
Yeah.
But I've got the neck of an 18-year-old.
Right.
It's see-through, but it's tight.
I mean, I have a small tattoo. It's like, it's not going to be like...
Oh my God, you got that like a month ago, and you just won't shut up about
I'm just saying.
Oh my God.
I don't have like the neck tattoo. Is that Grandpa? Yeah, you know Grandpa, he's got that slit throat tattoo.
I believe he got it in remembrance of his mother.
True, because he slit her throat.
What happened to her? Just old age.
Accident?
Yeah.
Old age accident?
Yeah, but she was a chef.
Slit her throat.
Yeah, she just...
Tripped.
She's battling cancer, 94 years old, and he just slit her throat.
But she lived a long life.
Yeah.
She lived a long life.
In his basement.
Slit her throat.
Did he number up first? No.
No. Well, he did. He went down, 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 down.
I was like, don't do it.
And then he slit her throat. First part, more pleasant than the rest.
More pleasant for who? He's like, listen, I'm not going to like the first part, and you're not going to like the second part. This is even.
We're even. Slit your throat.
No. So she was annoyed that her parents didn't approve of her lifestyle, so she decided to remove her belly button out of spite as it, quote, what makes us human.
Okay.
And you're thinking, this story can't get weirder, right?
Right.
But what do you think she did with the belly button?
Mailed it to her parents.
No.
I don't want this anymore.
No.
She slit her throat.
She slit the belly button's throat.
I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it.
She packaged that little belly button up real nice.
Real pretty leg.
And then gave it to her boyfriend as a gift.
Oh. I know he said no gifts this year.
Oh, come on. You know I didn't
know.
get anything for you.
I know, but
I told you should save your money.
No, I know. It's fine. It just didn't... Well, it cost me something, but you're special.
What, it cost like an arm and a leg?
No, well, close. Here you go. Open it up.
It's kind of small for an Xbox game.
It's not an Xbox game, I told you.
Well...
Your birthday's in like a month. Let me buy you an Xbox game then. Go ahead.
Oh, sweet, okay.
I'll buy you the cowboy game.
Oh, babe, you know I love the cowboy
I
game.
know, I'm
You're
going to
just
get you the cowboy game.
Oh my God, thank you so much.
Open this right now.
I don't even care what it is. I already love it.
Okay.
I'm probably going to sleep with it and just hold it up to my face and go, I just love this. Everything about this is the best thing
Well,
ever.
you slept with it before.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Well, that's cool. I mean,
Go ahead and open it.
Okay. It looks like part of a balloon.
It's part of me. Just like you. You're
It's like
part of
metaphorically I'm part of you?
me. No.
So like what is this? Is this your gum?
No. It's
Let me chew it real quick.
No, what are you doing? No, don't do it. Well, it's yours. You can do whatever you want.
It's not. There's no flavor. It's really.
No.
It's chewy, but
Yep.
it's not
What do you think it is?
Bubblicious.
No.
Wrigley's.
No. It's not gum.
It's not gum.
No.
It chews like gum.
It might be chewy, but it's not gum.
Okay. Well, let me see if I can get a bubble going.
No, probably not.
No, it's too hard.
It's my belly button.
It's wait, what?
I cut off my belly button because it's part of what makes me human. And I'm no longer human because I'm a weird hybrid with you because we're a love monster.
Hold on, real quick.
Yeah, you're about to probably take that out of your mouth. It's her belly button.
Let me see. Let me see your belly button.
Yep. Here you go.
Okay, you're gonna have to take the bandage off.
Nope, can't do it.
Okay, I feel like this is.
Take my word for it.
I feel like this is just a prank.
It might bleed on you.
This is kind of gross.
Okay, get right here. Put these goggles on. 'Cause it's gonna shoot.
Okay,
There
fine.
you go.
Okay.
Wow.
Oh my god!
I know, dude. I know, dude.
Why? I'm just real quick. Just real quick.
Do you not like it?
Why would you give me your belly button when I specifically asked for anal?
Because I don't want to do that. That's gross.
Could you imagine?
Oh, God. What am I, some kind of weirdo? If you don't like it, I'm going to slit your throat.
And, since having her belly button removed, she has made up with her family, and then, wouldn't you know it, regrets her decision.
No.
Yeah, get this. She described it as, wait for it, reckless and impulsive.
I thought it was going to be fun.
I know.
Little did I know.
She wanted to dehumanize herself in a symbolic way.
Getting rid of your belly button, not so much fun.
Yeah, I don't know. She had the operation to remove her belly button, but claims the professional gave me very bad advice on how to take care of the trauma, so it got infected. I was suffering. I spent days in bed as if I were quarantined. I couldn't stretch, push, stand up, or laugh.
Oh my God, why is this happening to me?
You did it to yourself!
All right, then.
She said it gradually healed itself, but not 100%. It'll never close entirely. It did close entirely! Once! That's what you get!
But I didn't remember. I was just a baby.
Do you remember everything when you were a baby?
Probably not, so shut up. I'll slit your throat.
How did that become the theme for this episode?
Oh, no.
See, she gave it to, get this, her then boyfriend, Daniel Ramirez. Then boyfriend. As in, they have broken up now. He's kept it, and he will keep it forever because he knows the meaning behind it.
Dan, it's me. I want my belly button back.
No, you can't have it. It's mine.
I gave it to you when I thought we were going to last forever.
Yeah?
And we're not going to last forever. The love monster is gone. I want my belly button back.
You can't have it because I put it in my belly button.
That is very possibly romantic, but I need my belly button back.
I think
the belly button is going to go to the man I'm going to marry.
Well, why can't that be me?
Because we're not working out. And you will not watch This Is Us with me.
I told you.
The man I marry is going to watch This Is Us with me, and he's going to have my belly button. I'm going to be over in 5 minutes.
I don't like shows with 3 words in the title.
I don't care.
I can't do that. You know it. It's a show with 3 words in the title. Killed my mom.
You watch The Big Bang Theory like all the time.
The Big Bang Theory. 4 words. You know this. The counts.
People don't call it. They just call it Big Bang Theory.
But you know, when you look at it on paper, it's the.
Well, I thought we were on paper. And I thought we were the.
We're on skin. We're skin on skin. Your belly button is now our belly button.
I want it back.
Well, you can't have it because I'm not getting our belly button removed because that'd be super painful.
Swear to God, I'm going to come over there. I'm going to slit your throat.
I love it when you talk dirty to me.
No, Dennis, over here.
Well, that may not have worked out, but we have an update on one of our previous story subjects.
Oh.
Because something has worked out for them.
What?
Oh, do you remember our very, very good friend, Amethyst Realm?
Oh, God. What?
Oh, yes, Amethyst Realm.
Remind me. I remember Amethyst Realm, but I don't. Remind me.
Well, she's the one that is a, she's been in many, many ghost relationships because her human relationship.
Fucking a ghost.
Yeah. You think Amethyst Realm, she's like, oh, maybe she's the NASCAR driver.
No, I didn't know if we did maybe it was a stripper story or something. Amethyst Realm has many a relationship with ghosts.
Mm-hmm.
I remember. What's up with that?
Yeah, how she left her fiance after he caught her having an affair with a spirit.
Yep.
Oh man, And in this an appearance after that on a morning talk show, she was asked about having a baby with a spirit, and she said, "I hope so. I would hope physical. I've been looking at phantom pregnancies. I believe a phantom pregnancy is a real pregnancy, but you have a phantom inside of you rather than a human baby."
A phantom pregnancy would be a pregnancy that's not really there.
How dare you? Her body, her choice.
All right.
I'll slit that phantom baby's throat.
Almost fit.
I was so worried. I'm like,
almost fit.
I do not want coke all over my face.
No, but you would have deserved it.
Here's the thing. She has had 15 ghost lovers.
That bitch.
I know. And you're thinking, when is she ever going to settle down?
Ghost lovers. Can you imagine her friends sitting there talking about it? It's like, guys, do you know Judy is the new boyfriend?
Oh my god.
Yeah.
What's he do for a living?
I don't know. I think he's a ghost.
Damn it.
Yeah, she's another one. She keeps
like
wanting.
the
Every time I'm like, Judy, she goes, amethyst. I said, Judy, she goes, amethyst. And I said, amethyst. She goes, yes. I go, who are you dating now? She says, the ghost of Davy Crockett.
What happened to Reginald Cornwall III?
It wasn't working. He will not watch This Is Us with her.
Oh my god.
Reginald Cornwall III was like, dost thou now watch shows with 3 words in the title?
I mean, that's a good policy to have. Anyway.
Just saying.
So
She's with the ghost of Davy Crockett.
Yeah, well.
King of the Wild Frontier.
Is he trying to explore that pussy?
Yeah. I think so.
Because no one's been in there for a while.
Yeah.
I don't care what she says. The ghosts aren't real.
Shut up. She can hear you.
No, but all of her boyfriends probably could.
Door goes flying open. Who said it? Who just said it? Was it you?
No, she did it.
Slit her throat.
God damn it. Well, they got a really, like a 300-year-old pirate sword. I got this from my ex-boyfriend. He gives you a gift?
Captain Bluebeard.
It was just a one-night thing, but he left his sword.
He left it it's called a cutlass.
Yeah. He'll be back.
Hope he comes here to cut more.
I hate you.
Cut less.
I hate you. Here's the thing. She has now finally found true love, and she's planning her wedding.
His name is Casper, and he's the friendliest ghost she knows.
I didn't say it was with a ghost.
Oh.
But she is planning to marry a poltergeist.
Imagine some dude, maybe there's 2 people, she's a split personality, and Amethyst dates ghosts, and Judy doesn't, and she walks in, and it's like, oh my god, my ex-boyfriend's here.
What? Where?
He's over there by the wall.
By the
You're probably not going to be able to see him. He's a ghost.
I'm sorry, wait, what?
Yeah, he's a ghost. He died back in 1847, and he keeps throwing it in my face, and I'm just like, I'm out of here. But now he's here, and he's hunting me.
Can he see me?
He can. And he's doing he's holding up both middle fingers. Good.
Ghost! Be gone!
He's ignoring you.
Be gone!
Now you're just defending them. There's other ghosts here.
Are they cool?
Cause some of them are. Some of them we have history. I fuck a lot of ghosts.
You heard of Ghostbusters? I'm a ghost nutbusters.
Nutbuster. Da-da-da-da-da.
Slimer? Oh yeah.
That
wasn't that person. Well, I was
he
the
just
Slimer.
had a problem.
I was covered in it.
Ugh.
She hopes to have a baby with her new partner, and she says her friends and family are happy she has found true love, so they're not sitting around talking shit about her.
She has a baby.
The couple met in Australia, and then they flew back to England together. And get this. They had sex on the plane on the way home.
Oh my god, she's a part of Mile High Ghost Club.
Mm-hmm. Are you part of the Mile High Ghost Club? I don't think so.
No.
She said
my ex-girlfriend wouldn't go. I kept trying to. She wouldn't go.
Did you slit her throat?
I slit her throat.
'Cause you have to. It's the ghost thing.
And then I was like, it wasn't me.
Okay, Shaggy.
It was the ghost.
Oh, other Shaggy.
Do you know that Shaggy did an album with Sting very recently?
Do they call it Stingy?
He did an album with Sting. Go ahead and Spotify it if you want to.
I don't want to, but I need to.
Yeah. Steven had 3 of them on our traveling mix as we went to St. Louis. I was like, oh, God.
Amethyst says she's not sure what they're going to put on the wedding invitations because her spirit fiancé doesn't have a name. And she said, there was no going down on one knee. He doesn't have knees. But for the first time I heard him speak, I could actually hear his voice, and it was beautiful, deep, sexy, and real. She's like, it was totally real.
Hey, baby.
Hey, Jacob.
Is that my name?
Daniel?
No.
Philip?
No.
Reggie?
No.
Kwanzaa?
I'm Satan.
Oh, Satan.
The Satan.
What brings you around these parts?
I'm just looking for a girl.
Well, I'm just a girl.
What's your name?
You can call me Amethyst.
No. Really, what's your name?
You can call me Amethyst.
I won't. I was all about this for a minute, but that's just too fucking.
Okay, well, I mean, my parents call me Judy.
Judy?
Yeah.
Oh, that was my mom's name.
Oh, that's
That
nice.
would be weird for me too.
You can call me Sacagawea.
I'm just gonna slit your throat.
Well, Satan's not a gentle lover. She has, they're planning a countryside wedding, and they're having a hand fasting ceremony where their hands are going to be tied together, symbolizing their connection. I'd imagine it's just going to be a little bit of ribbon on her hand, and then it's just going to fall over and say, "No, he's there." Really, I just think this is one thing where it's someone who's got a great masturbation life and has bought into it too much that they're like, oh, this is real. Like, she just loves jerking it, and she's like, oh no, I'm totally getting fucked.
Right.
Like, I don't know how long you have to go with not having sex to start being like, I'm fucking ghosts. But she's there, and then she kept going, and she's had sex with 15 of them, and now she's marrying a poltergeist who doesn't have knees, so she's probably doing most of the work in bed. Probably why they could do it in the airplane bathroom, because if he's half a person, half a ghost.
Yeah, it doesn't, take up much space.
Probably could put him in the overhead compartment. Do you think she bought a seat for him on the airplane? Or she's like, just
float around.
Just float. And if, in the event of turbulence, you can probably just leave.
Yeah, right.
Just go on
You
through.
imagine the mask come down and she goes to the guy, no, this is for my boyfriend. He's like, this is my mask. No, my boyfriend needs it.
My fiancé.
My fiance.
He spoke to me and was like, you up for life? And I was. So he needs your air mask. I have kids. I got a family to go home to. We're gonna have kids. So screw you. Are you racist against ghosts?
Right.
I don't know. She's that's a weird family to be a part of. You know another weird family to be a part of?
The Belly Button family?
No. Pasquale De Filippo.
Oh. I think didn't he discover the Bahamas back in the day?
No. Although, if you would have gone with the running joke for this episode, you probably would have been right. You see, he's a former mafia hitman.
And he used to let people down?
Well, he is suing a TV network because his teenage daughter was watching a drama about the Sicilian mob in which he is depicted as torturing rivals and killing more than 20 people.
Good Lord.
So, he served 10 years in prison after confessing to 4 murders, and he disputes the show's portrayal of him. So he went to jail for 10 years for killing 4 people, and he went into the witness protection program and like all that jazz. But then his daughter's watching a TV show that features him, and it's like, oh, by the way, he killed way more than 4 people. He killed like 20-something. And his daughter got freaked out for some reason.
Oh, yeah.
He said that his daughter shouted at him, "Dad, what have you done?" And the show is called Il Cacciatore, which translates to the hunter. He says the former assassin says she's only leaving her bedroom now to go to school.
That means that dish is called Hunter's Chicken?
I guess.
Oh, didn't know that.
He alleges that he's been defamed and is suing the TV network and the production company which made the series for €1 million. See, he became an informant for the Italian police after being arrested in 1995, and in return for collaborating, he entered the witness protection program and was given a new identity. Here's where the story is like, wait a second, he has a new identity, he's watching a TV show about being framed, and now we have a story about how his daughter's upset about his old identity. He's doing fucking interviews.
Right.
It's like, I don't think you understand how the witness protection program works. See, he was no longer involved with the mafia when his daughter was born, and he said that she had known very little about his past before watching the show, and he said, in a few years, I would have told her everything.
It's a me,
the murderer. So how do you feel about, if you were a mass murderer,
okay,
and you wanted to hide it from your children,
okay,
would you let them watch a TV show about you?
See, here's the thing, is sooner or later vanity takes over.
Yeah.
He's like, guys,
so this was...
for some reason Hugh Jackman's playing me. Just ignore all the murdering stuff.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Like, as long as they portray me as a loving father,
Mm-hmm.
just ignore everything else.
But your daughter wasn't alive when you were killing all these people.
Oh, well then, maybe portray me as one day I'll be a loving father.
There's a glimmer in his eye that says, you know, when I'm done with all this murdering, I bet I'll be a sweet dad.
Right?
You can put that on the movie poster. And now for my favorite thing. Have you ever worked at a place where they do team building exercises?
Yes.
So, like, you come in for a Saturday morning meeting, and they're like, all right, let's all line up. We're going to do the hokey pokey.
Chest falls.
Chest falls. Well, there's a bank, branch of NatWest in Birmingham in the UK. They were doing some team exercises, some team building exercises. Unfortunately, what they were doing is they were doing this inside the bank. They were playing a game of hide and seek.
Okay.
And they had the blinds open. So people walking by the bank just saw a bunch of people running around, jumping under desks at a bank. Naturally, a concerned citizen called the police and said, there's a robbery going on because there's people in the bank running around like crazy, jumping and hiding under furniture.
Probably should have, used the back room or something.
Or maybe not play hide and seek in a bank.
Yeah.
Read the room. Fucking literally.
Oh, it's a bank.
Oh my God, there's all this stuff. The chief inspector he posted the details of the misunderstanding on Twitter, saying, "Thanks to the member of the public who called in a suspected robbery at a bank, who saw the staff inside hiding under the desks. The response was quick, and they confirmed it was just hide and seek from a team building exercise." So next time you want to have a team building exercise,
don't do it there,
or just don't do it at all. No one likes those.
No, nobody does.
No, the only person that likes those
close there with my workers now.
The only person that likes those is the
HR
over exuberant HR rep who's like, I have a job to do. I'm not just a jerk. Speaking of being a jerk,
What?
Yeah, have you ever been a bridesmaid?
Nope.
No? Okay, so you probably can't relate to this story. You fat teenager who slits throats. Here's a story about a woman who wanted to look as good as possible in her wedding photos. So what do you think, if you had to take 3 steps to look as good as possible in your wedding photos, what would you do?
Diet and exercise.
Okay.
And then liposuction.
Okay. And then what
Diet and exercise.
Oh, diet, exercise, liposuction.
Yeah.
Okay. What if you did all the opposite of all 3 of those?
Eat more, don't do anything, and then have fat injected into you?
But do that to everyone in your bridal party, except you are actually dieting.
Oh, so she got them eating.
She was, her name was Penny, and she said that every morning she would make special smoothies for her sisters.
Oh, my God.
With the intention of making them fat. Because the thing is, she and her sisters have always been competitive. And she admitted that when she started planning her wedding, or she's been planning her wedding for a long time, and knew she would get a little bridezilla-ish. She complained that she's like, I always felt like Jan Brady in the middle. I wasn't as hot and popular as my older sister, and I wasn't as cute and fun as my younger sister. I was just Penny in the middle. But I found a man who loved me for me, and I couldn't be happier.
Except you could, apparently. Always reminds me of whatever she was putting in those smoothies. And there's a Ren and Stimpy episode where they decided that Ren needed to be fat and Stimpy needed to be skinny.
Oh my God.
So they're feeding Ren vanilla shakes, but when they go pan around, then it's stuff being pumped out of Stimpy's ass.
Oh.
I was like, ah.
Penny
My
said,
friend Brooke would not drink shakes after that.
oh.
She's like, nope, ruined ice cream shakes for me forever.
That's unfortunate. Yeah, Penny said she wanted her 2 sisters to look as ordinary as possible, saying, we're all fair-skinned and blonde, and I demanded that the bridesmaid dresses wore a neon yellow that made them look washed out and slightly ill. I told them I was going for a fun party look, but I was thrilled that color made them both look pallid. But the worst thing I did was fatten up my sisters for months leading up to the wedding. Every morning I was a picture of sunshine and morning glow as I insisted on making breakfast smoothies for everyone. I told them I wanted us all to look our best on the big day, so I was making them special slimming smoothies. Problem is her sister's smoothies had all the fattening ingredients, while Penny's smoothie was only fruit and coconut water.
Oh.
So it's like, here, I have a bunch of liquid French fries. I'm going to drink this Gatorade-looking stuff.
Right.
And she said by the time the wedding rolled around, each of her sisters had to have their dresses altered to accommodate their thickening waistlines.
I understand it. I drink a healthy shake. She mean girled her.
Yeah.
When they gave what's her name, the bars.
Yeah, the protein bars or whatever it was. Yeah.
Weight gain bars.
So I thought it was pretty great.
Yeah.
So people like to make a big deal out of bridal showers and taking the pictures and the fun stuff at the wedding, and it got to be a point where it's people have a baby and oh, we got the pictures of the baby on the baby and stuff, and then now these people couldn't have enough attention, so now we're doing gender reveal parties.
Oh, those are the worst.
As if they weren't the fucking worst already. But now, a Tucson, Arizona Border Patrol agent has to pay $220,000 in fines because he started a fire last year, a wildfire, because he wanted to have a very special way of doing a gender reveal. So now people could just do balloons and they pop them, or they can do a cake. You cut it open and there's the color.
Some are handed a paintball gun.
Yeah, okay.
And then they shoot the target, and it's either pink paintballs or blue paintballs.
Well, Dennis Dickey, 37-year-old, he pled guilty to misdemeanor federal charge, set for 5 years probation, and has agreed to pay the $220,000 in installments after he shot a target containing the explosive substance tannerite.
Okay.
So tannerite, if you don't know, is like if you get like you can get like a not jar, but like a plastic jar of it. So like think of it as like a small container of like G Fuel. You remember that stuff?
Yeah.
So picture that, but the inside is full of like a bunch of tiny little pellets.
Okay.
And when you shoot a bullet into it, it explodes. So it's basically just supposed to be like a little explosion for like target practice or just for the fun of it. Like you can load stuff. You load it in something, and it'll, like if you put it inside the middle of a tree, it'll fuck that tree up. So like it's serious explosives. Living in Arizona, he decided, well, I'm going to shoot this explosive in a hot, dry area. This will be great.
Ugh.
Yeah, and this was April 2017. It was called the Sawmill Fire. It required around 800 firefighters to force hundreds of people from their homes and burn more than 45,000 acres of land along Arizona's Highway 83. The cost of fighting the fire was more than $8 million. And he only has to pay $220,000. He was an off-duty U.S. Border Patrol agent who got charged with a misdemeanor of starting a fire without a permit. Because he shot a high-velocity firearm at a target intended to explode with either blue or pink powder. Unfortunately, it just exploded with fire, and it burned 45,000 acres of land. Because you want to have a goddamn gender reveal party.
Right. But we want it to go off without a bang.
I already don't like them.
Right.
I think I get it. You're excited. You're having a baby. It's the thing. But it's like, I need more me time. More me, guys. Focus on me. Having a baby. This is like, well, this is my birthday. Well, this is my birthday weekend. Okay, now I have a birthday week.
Right. Now I have birthday month.
This is my birthday month.
Ugh.
So yeah, he's paying upfront $100,000, and then he's paying the remaining $120,000 in monthly installments of $500 over the course of the next 2 decades. So he gets to pay $500 a month for the next 20 years to try to pay off this forest fire that cost $8 million. And he gets 5 years probation. It was an accident. Oh, you mean you didn't mean to burn down 45,000 acres? Oh, thank God. And he's not the only idiot with a firearm. Although I can say, I don't know if this person's an idiot. Because when you are a 75-year-old woman in Brooklyn Center, Minnesota, named Helen Washington, and you tell your grandson to get your teacup off the furniture unless you put a fucking coaster on it. This motherfucker...
I'll slit your throat.
Somehow worse. He kept refusing to keep his teacup off the furniture, so she poured out his tea and went to go grab something. And when she returned, she saw that he had a new cup of tea. She just poured it out. This motherfucker went and got himself a new cup of tea and just put it back on the table. So she pulled out her .38 special revolver and shot him in the leg.
How many times do I have to tell you? Use a fucking coaster. Bam!
The grandson was found on the front lawn, and 5 rounds were found in her house. So she fired once, and she still had 5 rounds left. For some reason, she was charged with second-degree assault with a dangerous weapon, even though she told them he put his tea on the table without a coaster, repeatedly.
I don't think you understand, officer.
Ma'am, I understand completely.
No.
You shot your grandson.
I did.
Was he breaking in?
No.
Was he trying to hurt you?
I think so.
Well, what was he doing to try to hurt you?
I've asked him countless times
Oh.
to use a coaster.
Okay, man, we've discussed this. That is not an attack.
It's an attack on my sensibilities.
It's not like he tried to slit your throat.
Would you rather I slit his? I shot him in the leg. He'll walk it off. He'll hobble it off.
Man, you can't go around shooting people when they don't do things that you want.
Why not?
Well, this is America.
Okay.
And
I thought it was the land of the free.
Yeah.
I should be free to cap that bitch.
He is free of not getting capped.
No, I don't think so. I think when you break the laws, and the laws of my house is you use a fucking coaster.
Listen, man. Professionally, I have to arrest you. Personally, I subscribe to the school of don't start none, won't be none. I'm going to give you a quick knuck, but then I'm going to have to arrest you.
I can't help but notice that your water bottle
Yeah?
is on my table
Oh, I just said that real quick.
without a coaster.
Oh, it's just real quick. Oh my God, we have a gun. We go from tea on the table to, oh my God, breaking emoji news again. Remember how the people complain about emojis? It's breaking news. It's super important.
Yep.
It's real important to everyone.
Yep.
We have another drastic change to one emoji due to public outcry. Do you hear about this latest tragedy? When Apple had the bagel emoji without any goddamn cream cheese on it.
Yep. Those days.
Those sons of bitches didn't put any goddamn cream cheese on the bagel emoji. So naturally, people got riled up about it. This could not stand. It was a cream cheese-less bagel. It was plain. There was nothing on it. Philadelphia cream cheese itself got into the mix and launched a Twitter poll and a change.org petition. Apple finally saw the error of their ways, and they released an updated emoji depicting this bagel with cream cheese. Woo! Woo!
Oh, well, you know.
We had to get a slow clap going for the drastic bagel emergency change.
Right.
Now, I have one very, very, very quick note for Close Encounters.
All right, go ahead.
I didn't have any. On my way over here, I was leaving work. I was pulling out of the parking lot. I had zero Close Encounter story. But then, actually pulling out of the parking lot, I got my damn story. There's the street right outside my work. There is a median that is, it's got a curb on either side of it. It's like it's a full on divider. Like if you had a lifted truck, you could drive over it and be no problem.
Right.
But if you're driving like an Audi from a few years ago and you try to drive over it, you might... Well, you know what? Let me take that back. I don't know if it was an Audi. It was an expensive car.
Right.
Because you can tell a cheap car versus an expensive car. This was not a cheap car. But this person decided, I'm going to take a U-turn now instead of 200 feet from now when there's no curb. I think they didn't see the curb.
Right.
And they figured, well, I'm already committed. I might as well just rake the entire undercarriage of my car. They did a U-turn over the, like they climbed up on the median, drove over it, and the noise and all, and just went about their business like it was no thing. Right in front of me, like they almost turned in front of me, driving over the median. And for some reason, they started driving really slow after that.
Right.
Because I think they might have whoopsie-doodled their car.
Oh, no.
Yeah. But have you ever done a U-turn over a median?
No, not really. I mean, I don't really have that worry with my car.
Sure.
But I haven't really, no, I don't think.
You always just figure, well, I can drive up a little bit further.
I can drive to the light
and turn around.
Turn around.
No, but you don't understand. This is an emergency. I have to do it right now.
Okay, well, you're just going to fuck up your car. Might as well slit your car's throat.
Oh, my God. It's enough to make you want to blow up the world.
No, don't.
I'm going to do it.
Don't do it.
I'm going to fucking do it.
There's got to be something out there.
You're right. There is something out there. There is one ray of light that can save this world. I'm talking about Jimmy John's.
Yeah, I don't know. That guy sucks.
Well, I don't mean the man. I just mean
the sandwich.
The man.
Okay.
At this Nebraska Jimmy John's. I don't know if you heard about this story, but Greg Holman, a 48-year-old who was just out of the hospital after a risky surgery, and he was on home care. He was having some issues. The incision from his spinal fusion was oozing blood and pus. His left leg had gone numb, and he couldn't find a ride to the hospital. He's an Army veteran living on disability and believed that he couldn't afford a ride to the hospital, and he didn't have the cash on hand for a taxi and didn't believe his VA insurance would cover an ambulance ride.
Okay.
So he called his sister, who was in Florida. She naturally freaked out, so she called her brother's social worker. Except she dialed the number wrong. She assumed it was the social worker, Pam. And she told the woman that answered the phone who she was, why she was calling, and gave her the whole story, and then asked what they can do to get into the hospital. The problem is she called Jimmy John's, a Jimmy John's restaurant in Columbus, Nebraska, which was the town that he was in.
Right.
Lupe Rodriguez was the employee that answered the phone, and she passed the phone to her manager, Jason Voss, who said that she sounded quite panicky, and at that point he figured he should take a minute to think about it, and obviously it's not something that someone's making up. It's not. Right. It was not a prank. It's an actual situation going on. So since the manager, Jason, couldn't leave the restaurant, he did have a driver that currently wasn't doing anything, so he called the driver, Zach Hilmer, who is the man in the situation. And Hilmer, who's also a veteran, which I think is the key part here, he called the woman, Lisa, the sister, to find out where her brother lived, and she became confused. Like, what are you talking about? Why is a Jimmy John's driver calling me? He's like, well, you called Jimmy John's, and she's like, what do you mean, like the food place? Yeah. You called the restaurant, and you talked to my boss. So where's your brother live? I'll drive him to the hospital. So this guy that was just on shift at Jimmy John's stopped delivering sandwiches for a while, and drove out, picked this guy up, took him to the hospital. Greg Holman, he's fine. Like he was brought to the hospital. They're taken care of. He didn't have any extra complications from it, so it wasn't like because he didn't have an ambulance ride, he wasn't jostled or anything. He driven in a car by another veteran who went out of his way to just deliver that human sandwich to the hospital.
He was freaking fast. Well, that's nice.
He said, the manager said that there's always time for people, especially people in need. I had the resources, I had the drivers, and we weren't super busy with deliveries either, and Zach was glad to help someone out. Yeah. So I think it's nice that someone you can panically call from Florida to Nebraska, where your brother is currently dealing with a medical emergency, who can't afford to get to the hospital. You end up talking to a fast food worker, and they are like, "Yeah, I'll help you. Yeah, I'll help." I think it's real great that someone just clearly in a time of need, someone just offered to help.
Do something.
Yeah. Instead of sitting around saying, "Oh man, I wish someone would do something," like, yeah, I'll do it. I'll help out. So that was real nice to see.
Sorry, I just saw an icon that didn't belong on there.
Well, that's what you get for downloading porn.
I don't. You don't have to. You just watch it on the thing.
Well,
anyway.
Which is weird why you would download it.
I know. All right. Where can they find us online?
Through my coughs, obviously. You can find us individually on Twitter at PatrickNewsom42. At Hungry as a Bear. That's me. You can follow the entire DVM production empire at the DVMPE. You can find this podcast by looking at Facebook and YouTube and iHeartRadio. Stupid's Talking Stupid.
You just have to search stupid in podcasts. We come right up.
Mm-hmm.
You can find all the other things we do on dvmpe.com. That's going to do it for this week. We'll see you next week with Stupid's Talking Stupid. I'm Patrick.
And I'll slit your throat.
See you later.